Hi, I'm Angie Stewart with ExerciseTV, and I'm here today to put you through my new exciting workout called Yoga Fitness Fusion, combining elements of traditional yoga and some traditional fitness moves. So let's get started. We're going to be in the center of our mats with our shoulders externally rotated. We're lifting up through our chin, lifting up through the very top of our head, and taking a big inhale. And as you do that, really try to expand the rib cage. And then as you exhale, try to bring that breath right back through the nose and just let the ribs, let the chest, let the belly collapse and sink. We're pulling up through the arches of our feet and trying to keep our shoulders right underneath our ears. Take a big yogic breath in and trying to connect each breath with each movement in our practice today. So take a big inhale, and as you do, start to circle those arms up toward the sky, and then inhaling one side, really reaching here, and exhaling the other side. So you're trying to really pull through your waist, try to grow out of your lower back, and breathe into your upper back. Really reaching here, warming up the sides of the body, warming up the abdominals, and really just trying to stretch out the upper back and the back of the shoulders. Going two more here, really reach, and a little bit higher here, great. And then bring your arms way out to the side again, swan dive forward with a nice flat back. Bring your hands all the way down, soft bend in the knee, and bend the elbows, and just relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Think of pulling your tailbone up toward the sky. And breathing here. Bring your hands to mid-shin and then take a nice big breath in, lifting the chin and lifting the tailbone up. And as you exhale, sink back down toward the floor. Connecting the breath with each movement, lifting up and exhaling here. And let's go one more of these, really inhaling and exhale, sink down. Now bring your hands right to the middle of your mat. Bring your feet out wide, just a little wider than hip distance. And big breath in, reach this arm up toward the ceiling. Try to stack the shoulders, try to rotate that top rib cage backward. And trying to breathe all the energy up and out through those fingertips. And bringing this hand right back down to the middle and inhaling the other arm up. If you can, look up toward your fingertips. Again, trying to stack the ribs, trying to stack the shoulders. This should feel really good on the body. This is a bit of a chest opener, of a shoulder stretch, and it really gets into the torso. And then coming right back down to the center. Now widen the feet even a little bit more. And then bending one knee, reach to the outside of this foot if you can, and extend this arm up again. This time we're getting into these adductor muscles, really stretching here, stretching that inner thigh, adding some strength into this hip. Still warming up the body for the rest of the practice today. This move is a bit of a combination between yoga and between fitness, because here you have a great stretch in the shoulders, a great stretch in the chest. That would be a typical yoga move. And then you're also bending at the hip here, hitting more of like a side lunge that you would see in fitness. So you're going to see this move in action in a later segment. And then bringing your hands back to the center. And then walking your hands all the way to the top of your mat. Drop your tailbone down. Place your hands flat, getting your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And then step this foot back into a plank. Pressing those heels back. Pull those abdominals in. This is a great core strengthener. This really hits the deepest part of the abdominals. And you want to make sure that your shoulders aren't way up here by your ears, but that you're really pulling up and out. And now you're going to rotate onto one side into a side plank, reaching those fingers up, pulling those hips up toward the sky. And we're going to add a little bit of fitness here. Just a regular wide push-up. I know you've all seen this one before. And then lift right to the other side. Stretching, lifting, activating that bottom shoulder. Coming right back to the center. Coming to another push-up here. Rotating again. Good. Make sure those hips are lifted. They'll want to sink toward the floor, but you want to keep lifting them up so you keep hitting those abs. Coming right back. Inhale. Exhale. Last rotation here. And then one strong, your strongest push-up. Don't be afraid to put your knees on the floor. That's okay. Coming right here and up. And then pressing back into your first downward facing dog, which is a very traditional yoga pose. Really pushing those heels into the floor. Think of this pose as just an upside down V, really trying to pull that tailbone up toward the ceiling. Now start to bicycle those calves. This should feel great on the back of the legs. Look up toward your hands. Make sure that your fingers are spread widely so that you can distribute the weight out of the wrists and into the upper body. And now we're going to combine the downward dog and the plank move. Here, take a big inhale and exhale, pressing back. We're just adding a little bit more of upper body strength than you typically would if you just did one and then went into a stretch and rested and then did the other. Big breath in here. And exhale. Lift hips, press those heels down. Let this be your baseline today, where your heels end up in downward facing dog. Each time you do this, you'll get a little bit better. Now bend the knees and either walk, step, or jump your feet right up toward your hands and flatten the back. Reach your arms up as high as you can and exhale, chair. And coming right out of that, arms out nice and wide, swan dive forward. And either walk, step, or jump your feet back into your plank. And then drop the knees. We're going into a great lower back stretch, cat and cow. You'll see this in a lot of traditional yoga. Lifting up through the chin, lifting the tailbone up, and then exhaling.